Hola, 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 ¿cómo estás? How are you all doing? Right, you will see the headline for this video. I'm going to let it speak for itself. But just to kick off straight into things, what do we really mean when we say, how are you? Yeah, okay, sometimes we mean it, sometimes we truly want to know the correct answer. If we care for the person we're asking, like when I ask my mum, I want her to tell me the truth and tell me how she feels. Most of the time, anyway. like most people. When we say it to strangers and say it at family meetups or to acquaintances, do we really care? do we really want to hear about their depression and what keeps them up at night? I'm not trying to get at people here, right? I tend to answer quite literally when people ask this question, like however I'm feeling in the moment and all that feminine stuff. I just tend to answer the truth, you know. But we don't want to have half an hour conversation to hear rants about other people's feelings and what's going on. I mean, maybe what's going on, but even then, I think that's limited, right? I mean, of course, we want them to be okay, right? I'm not like heartless animal here. But I mean, of course, again, I wish everyone and everything on this planet was merry and all jolly all the time, and that nobody got hurt, and we could all just live on cloud nine and be happy all the time, and that like hippie sort of mindset to things. But the reality of it is we don't. The reality is everybody goes through shit, and I mean, if your shit leads to an interesting conversation, then I might be interested in the conversational part of it. But if the bartender goes into a deep dive of his depression and anxiety and how he truly feels when all I want is a drink, do you know what I mean? It's like, bro, I've been facing depression, bro. Like these past few months, bro. Just COVID, the lockdowns, isolations, and all this shit, bro. It's got me sad, bro. My gran died last week, bro, and you're just sitting there like, I just want a beer, man. Just it's like, why did you have to come and just ruin the atmosphere? Me and my boys are trying to get drunk. Yes, we all need to express ourselves and share those thoughts and talk about our feelings, but the truth is, the world doesn't care. I understand how much of a heartless cunt I seem, right? Like in this moment, but I'm also just trying to keep it real. The world just doesn't care if your wife just divorced you for the lawyer or the doctor or the lawnmower, or your husband left you for the babysitter. We all hope you're doing well. Truly, Candy, I do. But these things don't just happen to you. I can't speak for everyone on that either, because some people out there be moving mad and be wishing death upon people. Sometimes the answer to how are you is I'm okay, or I'm good, or I'm fine. And I think it's sort of the same issue we have going around on the news and the big media platforms now. Yes, Afghanistan is a tragedy. Only the Taliban would disagree. And I do truly wish we had better leaders to deal with this situation. Yeah, I'm looking at you, bro. And I have high empathy for the women and the children, and in some cases soldiers who are still stuck there. But in the same breath, I find it difficult to care. Now this could be because I don't have a soldier in the fight, or a piece of myself or whatever in the fight. I mean, that is an arguable case. But I also think it's because I can't do anything about it. You know, like what's a post on my Facebook going to do for the women who have just lost their rights? You know, it's kind of like those people who put the BLM or vegan or whatever the recent topic or charity is, and they put in like a donation link on their story. But you know they haven't given like a single penny to the charity or in the charity's direction. They just like put it on their bio to, I don't even know, seem cool or seem like they care, you know? And you also see when they change their like profile photo to like a black hand or an animal photo. I can remember when I first did it and I put the French flag after the Paris bombings. You know, like, yeah, okay, putting it up in the first place, it gives you brownie points with strangers on the internet. Like, of course, I wish black people were treated fairly, and I wish the bombings didn't happen, and I wish the Taliban didn't take over. But you think a black fist is, like, changing my profile photo to a black fist is going to stop a racist from racisting? Is that a word? Or being racist? It's better English. You know, or me doing it, putting the French flag over my photo is going to stop terrorists. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit like Disney too. You know, doing that whole Black Lives Matter or that social justice sort of movement over here in like the Western world. But then as soon as they need to market to a Chinese audience, they make their black characters like smaller and like a less important part, and they make all the army at the bottom, they like double its size. I'm probably showing it to you on the screen. It's crazy how we can change things for different parts of the country. It's a bit like cuties. Like cuties was perfectly fine in France, but then as soon as it hit like the Western wave and the Western world, which is like the UK and America, it like pops off. And I'm not trying to speak on that because I'm trying to stick to my point here. And look, I get why Disney's doing this. It's for marketing. It's for money. You know, someone has to pay for Disneyland. You know, but it just seems that people are turning into this, and instead of marketing and money for Disney, it's for fame and status for us, or for this real sort of fake caring or fake sort of, I mean, fake is a big word there because people care. Like I kind of said, I want you to be well. There is that sort of underlying fakeness about it. You need to put your 2 cents in on every single topic, or every single topic that's like really hot at the minute. And even then, you don't really know dick about it. All you really know is that you've seen somebody else make a comment who also doesn't know anything about it, who was doing it for clout and all the wrong intentions, rather than spending the time deep into the topic. Like, you remember that whole like celebrity I take responsibility video? I'll play a clip of it here.
I take responsibility.
I take responsibility.
I take responsibility.
I take responsibility.
Oh, it's like, yeah, okay, mate. well, we'll wait for your balls to drop so we can have a proper conversation about this, or rather than just trying to just throw it to the wind. Like, yeah, I take responsibility, but I still live in my mansions, and yeah, man, I'm tripping now. But now that, you know, BLM isn't as big as it once was, everybody's sort of moved on, and you know, posts aren't on George Floyd or whatever other name, or just BLM's general posts are now about Afghanistan or whatever the next thing is. I guess also what I'm trying to get at too is if you look at the worldometers, I'll leave a link in the description or in the comments somewhere, and if you check it today, as of the 11th of the 9th 2021, the death rate for this year is 40.7 million. I'll put up the actual number it is, but I'm just going to say that. And if you want to round it, it's 40.8 million. And you're trying to tell me you intricately care for each and every single one of those people and each and every single one of those families. You know, just come on now, bro. Like, like you care. Of course, there's an element of you that's like, rather it not happen and all that, but come on now, intricately care. There's a quote too that I really love. It was told by someone smarter than me, and it sort of goes, you know, people who stand for everything stand for nothing. And I understand how heartless it seems here. I get it, right? But I also don't want to be one of those people who just pretends to care. You know, like therapist sitting in the chair is trying to label you with something. You know, your friends are willing to listen for a while, but once you pass a certain point, you know, they still love you and all, but they're just tired of the victimhoodness. That is a word. I mean, again, if you're depressed or you're super sad, you know, seek advice from a professional, whatever that means. And again, I'm just some 20-year-old kid talking to himself on YouTube. But at the end of the day, there's only one person who can make you feel better about your situation and who you are. It's not like governments or your friend you're about to call up for like the 20th rant this week, or social media posts, or your friends just commenting the same thing on your posts saying, oh, same, or them just telling you it's okay to be a snowflake and be sad all the time. You know, it's you. You got to be the one who wants to help yourself, and it's you who has to fix your situation. You know, Prince Charming or Zeus or God isn't going to come down and fix your specific situation. You know, it's sort of on you to come at things with a better mental attitude. And I mean, don't get me wrong, right? I love to sit, and that's my phone. But I would love to sit and chat shit for like 2 hours over like a bonfire and a beer, maybe a bit of a nice sunset, have some chill, nice music in the background. At the end of that day and that next morning, it's you who has to make your life better, and it's you who has the power to see things in a positive light and see your life in a positive way. And yeah, okay, I'll probably never affect what's happening over in Afghanistan, or I'm not too sure what I can do for BLM. I'm not sure what I can do with many of the social issues. You know, nobody else is going to be that for you. Like, you can look up every issue and have a feeling on every single issue, even though you've only spent 10 minutes researching it and you don't fully understand the depth of it. I mean, I get it, I sound like a really heartless person, but to quote my man Tyrone Woodley, at the end of the day, what's my sorrow and what's all my posts on Facebook and what's all of this going to do? Like, it's going to affect it in some way, right? Like, your actions have meanings, and your actions have consequences. And if you think about something, the law of attraction, and I understand all of that too, right? But it's not going to be the difference. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm chatting shit. Maybe you'll disagree with me, but I think that's all I got for now. And I hope you enjoyed. And tell me your thoughts again in the comments. Like, subscribe, all of that YouTube jazz. And peace.